Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is KarQ. Welcome to the KarKives, the KarQ Archives YouTube channel, where I do VOD reviews, gameplay reviews, or gameplay, sorry, variety content, and patch notes reviews. Anything that's live from my stream will usually go here. If you want to know how to submit your gameplay for me to review here, just come on over to the stream, build up loyalty points called StonQs. And when you build up 48,000 points, I usually have one gameplay review in stock every day, every stream, every other stream. First one to redeem it, I'll review them. So we got some gameplay submitted by Mirage on Ball, aka Toto2244. Okay, an early grapple here. All right. Okay. We'll take those. Honestly, I would have done a roll through right now, because now you're kind of okay. Honestly, that first engagement was fine. He managed to get the first kill on the Hanzo. Okay, so this was fine. I don't even know if you intentionally... I think you wanted to... Okay, maybe I'm just gonna say you intentionally wanted to slam this Hanzo. You got the kill. Great. Okay. You see the team here, and you see this happening. I'm pretty sure this is too short of a grapple to get fireball, like, reliably. You'd have to let go of it, but the angle is so awkward, you'd end up looping in. Like, to get a fireball from here to here, like, maybe, but you have to, like, aim it down and roll through. I honestly would have probably just shot this diva, probably grappled on the inside here, and then done like a big fireball sweep through to meet up with your team here and boop them into your Rhine. Then you guys collapse on them and win. That's probably what I would have done, because you kind of get caught. You kind of just like don't fireball, and then this is too short of a grapple, and then I think you just lose like 1000 HP or 500 HP instantly. Yeah, dude, oh my god. Like, then all of a sudden you get in here with this much HP left, and then you pull all these resources from your team, and now I don't even think they can heal you. You might actually die here. Okay, you rolled into the immortality. Listen, it's so easy to just, you know, give a lot of ult charge on Ball, but the biggest thing about Ball is that you don't want to pull too many resources from your supports if possible. Like, if you need healing and there's downtime, you can roll to your supports and have them heal you. But the reason why Ball was meta for so long was also because he's self-sufficient. He can roll the health packs. He has a huge HP pool, adaptive shield to get himself out and go for health packs without like bothering the supports too often. If you just sit there and wait for healing, you're already losing effectiveness as Ball. But I'm glad you were actually able to re-engage here. Luckily, the soldier was had a heal pad down. Your Baptiste had his regenerative burst like active as soon as you run through, and you re-engaged. You weren't afraid to re-engage at 300 health, and you killed the Tracer, which is quite nice. So I'm glad you actually did this, because a lot of balls when they'd come here, they'd sit for healing, and it's such a Pepega play where you just sit here like, hey, can you heal me, Bap? And you just sit there while your team is just getting shot, and you wait for heals. At least you had the presence of mind to just go back in ASAP Rocky, which was good. Get a slam, and you have adaptive shields right now to keep you up. Like, you can re-engage as long as you have that up. Then you press it, and yeah, you're juiced up. You have 600 HP again. It's good. I was gonna say, ooh, she rezzed in your face. That's unfortunate. Alright. Alright, tough. As you were doing that, though, it seems like your team got jumped on the side by the monkey. You're just going to have to reset here. Okay. I would probably not just concede this and just roll back out. Whoa. Oh, okay. So the thing about doing something like this is that you are way faster than your team, and literally nobody can follow up. It's just a solo ult, which got no value, because you saw how you just rolled through like 3-5 of your teammates to get into here. Like, you can spawn camp and stuff if your entire team is on board. That's totally fine. I actually really like spawn camping on defense on Anubis when the whole team is on board. But if you're going in, dude, like, this Rhine and Moira are adding zero value to your engagement right now. Like, I would only go deep past this line here if like I see my teammates here and they can actually do something with it. You kind of just went in, fed almost 1,000, like, I don't know, 800 HP of ult charge, sorry, and dropped your mines, which got no kills. Now all they do is just wait for these mines, and they can re-engage now. They have Valkyrie. Okay, their monkey. I mean, you couldn't account for their monkey doing some shit like that, but you know, you kind of just popped your ult. Now your mines don't get any value, and then I think you ended up rolling out, and you ended up dying because their tracer marked you down. So that was kind of a, I'm just gonna say a kind of a bad play. I was gonna use a different word, but then I realized it sounds kind of toxic. Tense. Thank you for the primer for 13 months. Ball shield doesn't give you all charge. That's right. But I said 800 because ball is 600, and then I think Moira shot her healing orb down, so it healed a little bit. It healed a little bit, or like, you know, Mercy would give you like maybe 100, 200 HP of juice as you get out, but if you end up dying, it's like 800. We'll say relatively 800 HP. So you're doing it again right now. It's hard to 1v5, like 1v5 slam is going to give you a juicy amount of charge. You got 17%. You got 12% off one slam, but then all of a sudden everybody else in the enemy team is just going to get you. Okay, no, they didn't have any CC. Okay, so they have Winston, Diva, Hanzo, Moira, Mercy. So actually, if I take it back, and Tracer, they actually have, do they have any stuns? No stun, no stun, no stun, no stun, no stun, and no stun. You know what? I'm okay with that. You did a slam, and like you actually got out with no damage taken. You just kind of farmed some all charge. Okay, you got kind of lucky. Focus fire. Obviously, the higher you climb will be a bit better, and they might actually burst you down at least half your health. But might be able to get away with it more often in this composition, and that's one of the things you have to look for is Ball. Since Ball is one of those heroes that gets countered really hard by stuns and hacks, McCree flash, Roadhog hooks, all that kind of good stuff. They got none of that. So you're actually free to slam. And get some juicy ult charge. Also, the part of this VOD review chat is guess the rank. Nice. So I don't know the rank of the people I review in this series. So, yeah, it's a bit of both. Okay, the no CC thing. All right, you can do it. If you're gonna do that, use your adaptive shield. Keep yourself tanky. Okay. Didn't use it there, but that's all right. They got two, so now this is a good time to re-engage in their backline and draw some, make some space for your team. That's good. You know what? Those mines are better because you saw on the kill feed they killed 2 of your teammates, so you kind of cut 3 of them off. So that was actually a much better timed engagement. Good. I'm glad you didn't like fully commit. Realize you can come back to your team. They need some heals. Like Moira and Mercy can't heal you too well from that distance, right? Wait, their monkey just jumped. Wait, he's actually gonna die. What is he doing? There's no primal. What is their monkey doing? What was their tracer doing earlier? Oh my god, their Hanzo's dead. Okay. No offense to you, but I'm just looking at what the enemy team is doing, and I'm gonna say this is like gold tops. Like 2,000 is the ceiling of what rating this game is. Like absolute highest. Other than your interesting engages, like it seems like you have a pretty good idea of when to take space for your team. Okay. So one thing that I noticed a lot of newer like a lot of ball players who are not as familiar with the hero is every time they roll through, they think they need to slam every time. You actually probably could have just benefited by just rolling through with a nice grapple, looping around, shooting them a little bit, wait for your next grapple, and then engage after. Because this slam was just bad, like in terms of like where you went. Like sometimes when you slam on the top, you can like pull people up, but at the same time, like you were way too far, and that's one of those things you have to get comfortable with, like judging the slams. Their Mercy is kind of just walking around a bit confused, so I didn't like that grapple either. Like that's another roll through opportunity. You do this, okay, if I see this and this, I probably just grab a lower grapple and just roll in a straight line like this and shoot from an off angle like this, because then they have to deal with you in the back. Like, ball is such a fast hero. You shoot. Once they get out of range, you can just roll back in, then you slam on point. This grapple is just a bit awkward. You got nothing out of it. No fireball. Can't slam anybody. Yeah, this dashed out. Neither was this grapple. This grapple doesn't do much anyways. Just start shooting. You're not hitting anybody with the spin. You're not hitting anything with that spin. Like, you didn't need to like grapple there to keep yourself suspended in the air. Honestly, you could have just unballed because you didn't have power drive yet, because you just try to slam. Just ungrapple and shoot. You're just cleaning up at this point. You're kind of just wasting time doing that. You don't need help contesting. They're more just ulted in a 1v6. Honestly, some advice for people trying to climb is you honestly don't even have to play amazing, but just cut your mistakes and just punish the enemy's mistakes, because at whatever rating you guys are, chat, the enemies will be making equal or more mistakes than you. If you can cut your mistakes, you don't have to play like super amazing. As if you just look and see what the enemy is doing and just punish that instead of you doing anything too like crazy, you'll just climb. Like, you're kind of like right here, I felt like you're trying to do too much. Like, you're trying, oh, I'm in the air, I want to slam. Oh, I got to suspend and spin in the air. Okay, now I'm gonna roll in here, and you know, you saw their Mora just ulting 1v6. Their monkey was just jumping randomly. If you're just in the right time in the right place and they just do random shit like that, punish that, you're just gonna win. It gets, obviously, to get better at the hero, like right here, you just got too fancy with it and you rolled straight into the diva. Diva like excels at close range. Every single shotgun pellet like hits you when you're up in her face like that. It's just a bit awkward. Then you, oh wait, never mind, you actually live. Wait, you know what I mean? Yeah, watching the kill feed is something people in ranks don't do. Like, just a little bit of awareness checking. Okay, it's a 4v6. Maybe you probably don't have to like dump 6 ultimates. This guy's like, this Reinhardt's not even turning around after he got this this Sombra got trapped. She just walked in the straight line. But it looks like you're looking for isolated squishies. That's fine. That's good. This grapple was a bit awkward. For the most part, honestly, with your grapples, try to look for some purpose with them too. Like here, this one, okay, you're doing it for a bit of movement, sure. Sure, okay. This person's in straight, walks in straight line, okay. And then now you see what's happening. All right. What? So like that. Do you need to roll back through right now? Like, think about it like that. Or do you need to do like an air grapple, or would it be better to just roll in a straight line here? For the most part, you look for these like high grapple engages when you're like sure and certain where enemies are excuse me, they're clumped up, or there's an isolated target. You see a ball here, you're probably better off just like right here, just shooting him. And then when you see someone getting jumped and you need that displacement or the pile drive, then you go for them. This one just looked kind of like, oh, I'm gonna do it just because I can. Like that again. Like, was that necessary? Now you don't have that cooldown for a bit. Here, and a lot of these are just really high in the air into a slam. If you can, try to look for the scoop and poop is what Yeetle would call it. I remember when we did the grapple video. Every time you look for a grapple, you don't want to like, I mean, depending on the context of the fight, yeah, there are certain moments where like going super high in the air and slamming down is appropriate, but if you can find a grapple that's a bit more optimal, where like as you're rising to the air, you already have fireballs, so you hit them once with the forward knock for 50 damage, then you slam them, the raw amount of DPS you'll do if you can is just like way better. 50 extra damage on the slam is a quarter of 200 HP people's health, right? So, for example, like this is like, do you need to grab here? You can probably just roll out like this, shoot, wait for a better time, and then you can probably do like, if by the time they move out here, you can do a little lower grapple where you swing around, the first fireball knocks them back, hits them for 50, and then you slam for 100 on their face. Instead of shit like this where you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go so high up in the air, slam, then roll out. You know? Like, it's fine, but it's just, you could just be optimized so much more. Look here. Ooh. I was gonna say, are we about to do the tech? So there's actually, I thought you were gonna do the ball tech where I don't know how to do it. I remember doing the video with Ball Overwatch where you roll through and you bounce off their body for a pile drive, which you almost did. Honestly, when you unballed on top of her head, if you jumped, you would have had the slam pile drive right there. That's like some advanced shit. Yeah. You need to unball and then jump off. So that's a good roll through. Okay, they have a Sombra now, so be careful. That's why rolling through against Sombra is like super good. Remember, I redid the ball tips with Ito recently. Against Sombra, you try to like roll through her mid-hack so that if she can't keep up with the tracking, she loses the hack. Or if you hit her, it'll interrupt it. So instead of going up into the air against this, you see 6 people. If you just rolled in a straight line like this, way past her fireball, this Sombra actually wouldn't be able to get the hack off. But because you went up into the air, she just turns around, looks up, and gets you. But if you just rolled straight line, you disrupted them and you hit like 5 people for 50 damage, 250 damage instantly. Wait for your next grapple. They get a bit distracted. Then you roll back through again, then assess whether you want to pile drive or not. Like, it seems like every first grapple you do, you always think you need to pile drive immediately after, which isn't necessarily required. Always assess, you know, the situation of the game. See, let's watch the Sombra's POV, and I'm pretty sure it's exactly what I suspected. See, she went for it because you slammed and landed. Like, she honestly didn't even have like fast like swing of her hack. If you just went in a straight line and went past for a bit, you honestly could have even isolated this Ashe. Rolled through 5 people, booped them, disrupted them, and then you isolate the Ashe, and then they can't even push in because your team hopefully starts following up. Oh god, your team is so defensive. And you get fat shields as you roll through, because as you roll through and fireball into 5, as soon as you let go of the grapple, I think you can just press your shield as you roll past them too. Then you can fight this Ashe with like 1000 health. There you go. Then you're gonna force like one of their supports back. And although your team was playing really defensively here, as you climb, if you do the correct plays like that as Ball, as you climb, your team will recognize you're making a lot of space. They'd move up and they'd collapse into 5 or 4 people here as you isolate their Ashe and kill them. Anyways, yeah, let's watch a little bit more, and I pretty much have a good idea of how you run the ball. Let's watch some of your Reinhardt. Any advice by a Widow? I've done a couple of Widow reviews, I think. 1 hour of Overwatch today. We'll play until 5. Watch Nintendo Direct, then we'll see where we go from there. Patch live yet? The Orisa Stampede? No, not yet. Because Reinhardt, you have like a few options depending on your team comp. So looking, if Winston's gonna jump main and you have an Echo flying in the air, honestly, if your Winston's gonna jump this way, I probably wouldn't go underneath here, because if you come underneath here, Winston can't solo jump this Bastion. He's gonna get ripped apart, and if you just hold your shield here, it's just not gonna do anything. You're gonna be too in the open. So once you recognize the Bastion, you have to kind of cut corners and get close to him. So I'd probably round the corner here. Hopefully your Winston waits, and then you engage at the same time. And hope maybe this is enough to make him retreat too. The most important thing is to not take disgusting amounts of shield damage until you can get close enough to add value. Okay, so your monkey has to wait for his new thing. Okay, cross. Let your team cross. Good, 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 good. Okay, let your shield recharge. What's your monkey doing? Is he going to stay in here, or is he going to go main? Oh god. Okay. Oh my god, he did a short leap. I know this is not a lot of review for your monkey, but yee. Okay, good. Okay, so I was too early to shield here. Yeah. Okay, see, once you lost, ugh. Oh god. People really don't know how to deal with Bastion at certain ranks. That's why nope. Your monkey bubbled way too early here, which got no value. Your monkey would have been so much better if he bubbled the entire enemy team and you went for a short pin against this this back wall here. That's like the best time to engage. You wait a little bit, and then as soon as your monkey leaps over their head and drops a bubble, this Bastion's gonna look up, and then you just go for the cheeky pin. That's like honestly what I would have done in this situation. As you hold the shield here, nothing happens. It breaks, and then you guys just die because you're all clumped up here. This is not a comp where you sit a 6. Mercy and Echo should have been on an off angle with your monkey jumping at main, hitting it like this. It's basically chess. You fork them, okay? This is you're attacking. You opened up the line for your bishop to go here, and then you guys are the rooks, and then you go here, and you have two. You pin them, get 2 lines of attack. But instead, you're lining up your bishop behind your rook. Like what? Snow. Yeah, I heard. Are you guys okay in Texas, man? Oh god, it looks like you don't actually win this game. Okay, 3 minutes left. So yeah, when you play Ryan here, like what can you do individually, Mirage? Your approach should be to think about those things. How do we best, you know, disassemble the Bastion bunker comp? Double shield. You do have to get close, but you can't all clump up in one direction because all the enemy does with double shield, they have 2 layers of protection. 1, 2, Sigma shield, Sigma suck, barrier, Bastion shooting in one line, Sigma sucking, May can wall you off. You need like people to be forking and hitting from 2 separate angles right now. And you're running a freaking monkey. Oh my god, it bothers me that they... Okay, so maybe your Echo and your monkey have the right... Okay, your Echo has the right idea. Your Mercy should honestly stay with your Echo right now. Your Moira should be more than enough to heal. What is she... What is going on? All right, in that previous fight, your only thing that you could do, again, was that short pin onto the Bastion. But obviously, it's a team game. It's hard. I mean, I can't tell you to tell what your team is doing, but like, what as a Ryan, if your team can't really do that, you might have to like consider a different approach to it, a different switch. Honestly, you could play like Zarya or something and bubble your monkey into their backline. Make your monkey can farm primal instantly against bunker Bastion comps. Echo's just AFK. Oh, never mind. Okay, so I mean you're kind of screwed there if Echo's still there. Oh, she's back. Okay, cool. Love how you guys like, let's go main. Side isn't working. Okay, some of you guys can go on the side. Oh my god. Okay, good. You see how like this comp has to stay in one spot. So when they allow people to get into many different angles, different lines of attack, you're gonna find so much more success. Single-handedly, your Echo and your Mercy going in one direction pulled 4 people off. That's what should have happened earlier. If you and Soldier and like your Moira were here, you could just hit him from here and then your monkey and okay, but whatever. That's what I mean. If you, for people who don't know how to disassemble Bastion comps, there's your answer. Or like double shield. Nice. See, they all got confused. They don't know which way to... You can't defend against the bishop, the rook, and the queen, and like a pawn hitting from 4 different angles in a comp like that where you have to sit still. All right, good job. Nice solo shadow. Monkey bubble just gets deleted. If you play Zarya Winston into that, it's not like you fully jump it. You jump to the side, you get that Zarya bubble, you Tesla all 6 of them, you drop your monkey bubble, and then you like back up as soon as it breaks, while hopefully somebody else in the other team is like your Zarya is getting charged and like juicing from the side. Your monkey itself with the Zarya bubble, if you did that, and then if he does that correctly, he'd get like 40% to primal off 1 jump, 1 engage. Then you rinse and repeat, you get primal, then you boop everybody off the double shield bunker composition and you win. That's the idea with it anyways. Easier said than done. The execution's usually a lot harder.
Get over here. 60 seconds.
Alright.
Objective A captured.
Like what are they doing? The more I watch, somebody said the more I watch, the more like the rank goes down. Holy crap. This is a shatter. Nice. I was gonna say their Sigma shield was not even anywhere close. Shield that. Nice. I was gonna say. You can't shield against Mora Cole, by the way. Kind of just have to walk in. Nice. You have your own Cole here. Their Ashe is walking into your team. Hoggers. All right, but anyways, my ball advice earlier from your ball gameplay was to, you know, think about your grapple. Like, don't immediately think you need to slam every time you do a grapple. Roll through more often as ball for better value. And on your Reinhardt, you have to think about your composition. Literally, main tank and tanking itself is like 90% your decision making. Like, honestly, you slammed, you got some, like, you know how to grapple, you know how to slam, your mechanics are fine, but it's like 80% decision making based on your comp and the enemy comp. That's like, that's all it is. You don't have to get too fancy with it. Anyways, chat, you guys guessed the rank. I'm gonna say this is silver. I thought it was gold, but the ceiling went down and down. Not so much what you were doing, but what I was witnessing on the enemy team. It was just a tragedy on how they were playing. I'm gonna say 1800 at best. We'll have the chat guess right now. Silver, silver, bronze, mid silver. It is Toto, drum roll. Your rank is, where are we at? Bronze, 1100. Well, there you go. I said gold at first. My ceiling went down to like silver. All right, there it is. The very rare bronze game. This is only like the 4th game submitted in bronze. You know what? I honestly think you could definitely climb out of bronze. I gave you silver. You can literally gain 700 SR by just playing a bit more, you know, fundamental. Just thinking about the approach more so than worrying about your mechanics and how you're doing things. Literally just take a step back and be like, okay. That's actually not bad. I actually would not have thought this was 1100. Most people in the chat also thought it was like silver. Like, you could literally climb 700 SR, which is really big in terms of your growth as a player. 700 SR gains is huge. I think you could do it. Holy crap. Hold on. Let me get all the notifications and stuff right after. You totally got this, man. But just, yeah, each decision on your ball, playing around your comp and the enemy comp is the #1 thing. That's really it. What are their counters? They literally had no CC for you when you're on ball earlier, so yeah, you're kind of you were going unpunished for a lot of your crazy slams and stuff. But I was gonna say maybe I have to give you credit for recognizing they had no stuns and then you're able to get away with it. But at the same time, I think you were just doing it just because you can. Imagine if they had like a hog in the McCree. If you didn't make any adjustments or adaptations, to what they were running, then you kind of get screwed. You notice they switched to a Sombra when you're on the ball, and that's why I said I encourage you to just roll through to dodge the hack and re-engage after. Wait until you hear their Sombra go. Like, those are the things you have to think about as a tank player. But anyways, good submission.